Alright, it's been a couple months and I've been wearing the Apple Watch Ultra almost every single day. And I've watched many videos and read many articles, dug into the settings. And today I'm going to be sharing some thoughts on this Apple Watch Ultra that I don't think a lot of people are talking about. I'm going to open this up by saying that I think the Apple Watch Ultra is a hyper niche product that has overshot its target audience and benefits all consumers, not just extreme athletes. This watch is perfect for my dad, who is far from running a triathlon but needs something a little bit more rugged when he's doing carpentry work and building tree houses out in the woods. Or for many of you guys out there that have commented on these videos saying that you're happy that there's finally an Apple Watch that fits your wrist, which is something that I can relate to personally, being a big wristed guy. So many people covering this watch have taken the stance of this watch wasn't made for me, but I believe that the consumer decides what's for them with their dollar, not the commercials or the marketing team that pushes the product, but you. If you want to buy this watch because orange is your favorite color and you love the button, that's reason enough. And speaking of the action button, let me say that I have not used it to its full extent these past couple months. And as a normie, I think that it's probably a gimmick for 90% of the people that own an Apple Watch Ultra. Now, I know you can program it to do whatever you want with shortcuts, and I'm just not really interested in doing that, and I don't think most iPhone owners want to either, let alone even know what a shortcut is. And before you take that personally, let me tell you that this opinion is coming from someone that worked in Verizon retail for 6 years, and I've helped a good sample size of people of every age group with their iPhone, from troubleshooting your grandma's iPhone 5 to setting up their grandson's first iPhone. Most people just don't really care, and that's not why they would buy an Apple Watch Ultra, which is fine. It's also fine if the action button is your favorite feature and it has transformed your everyday life. Like I said, we decide what drives us to endorse a product with our dollar. I do think down the line I probably will get more use for it. The shortcut system is kind of clunky. I don't really even like it for customizing app icons and all that stuff that you do on your iPhone. The native built-in shortcuts are nice with the action button, but there just aren't enough of them. And I wish that they would give that same first-party, built-in action button treatment for many more tasks to come, which may happen in the future with different software updates or different iterations of this watch, but it's just not there right now for me. But as they see that more people are adopting this product, not just their target demo, maybe they'll add more features down the line that are catch-all features for everyone. Next up, battery life. Now, it's good, but not ultra good. Don't get me wrong, it's much better than any other Apple Watch that I've ever owned, but that's a pretty low bar. I think when I heard that there would be a new low power mode that would extend the battery up to like 60 hours, I got my hopes up, which is my fault. Now, this new low power mode did come to fruition, but I envision a mode that wouldn't compromise too much of the watch's functionality and give me tons of battery life. My dream scenario is a customizable low power mode that allows you to prioritize certain tasks, like for instance, in bedtime mode, if it found a way to use as little battery life as possible while still giving me all the data that I need for, deep sleep, REM sleep, light sleep, all that stuff, that would be amazing. I would even be cool with it not only silencing incoming notifications, but just not receiving them at all while I was sleeping, only letting in like those emergency notifications and tracking heart rate and blood oxygen level primarily for sleep data. And that would be super dope if I could wake up with only 5% battery loss. Presently, I use about 30% of the battery per day with regular usage, so I can get about 3 days without compromising how I use the watch. With the new low power mode though, I think I could stretch that to about 5 days, which is perfect if I'm stranded in the middle of nowhere and I need to preserve every minute of battery life as possible, but for day to day, not much has changed. You just get an extra day of battery life before having to charge it. Like I said, which is nice, it's good, but it's not ultra. Now, pricing has been a huge pain point for a lot of people out there. Everyone says that the Ultra is too expensive, and in most cases, I feel like they're comparing the Ultra to like the base model SE or something like that. But let me make this clear, $799 is actually a deal for the Apple Watch Ultra. If you take into account how much the titanium Apple Watch used to cost, coming in at like $799, $850 for the titanium Series 7, you get much less watch in comparison to the Ultra. Before the Apple Watch Ultra came out, the rumored pricing was around $1,000 if not more, which is closer to the price of those ruggedized Garmin watches. And I remember when the keynote was going on, I was watching it and they said $799. I was shocked and I knew it was an automatic buy for me, considering that I typically pay more for the stainless steel Milanese loop combo and get much less in regards to feature set. It was a no-brainer for me, and I think Apple could have charged $1,000 for this watch and the target demographic would have bought it happily. But they knocked down the price because they wanted everyone to consider it, which is smart business in my opinion. Which circles me back to my initial point, is that this watch is not only intended for extreme athletes. If it were, they would have charged you $1,200 for this watch, and only the people that are scuba diving in the bottom of the Atlantic, or climbing Mount Everest, or running triathlons and running across America and this crazy stuff, skydiving, base jumping, those people would have paid that price gladly because they're already paying that much for watches that are in that niche demographic. But they brought it down because they want regular Joe Schmoes and normies like me and you and everyone else out there that owns one that doesn't do those things to consider this watch. Now let's face it, Apple products have the reputation of being boring, and they have been for years, and this is the best product that has come from Apple in years because it feels new. A new design goes a long way, and when you add in a couple new features, you have a new refresh to an old product line. It doesn't make sense to spend hundreds of dollars on the same watch every single year, or every 2 years, even every 3 years. I know people that have gone years without upgrading the Apple Watch simply because it looks the same and it doesn't do much more than what their current watch does. I think the Ultra also feels special because the rumors that came out months prior, when everyone thought they had it figured out and they thought they knew what the new design was, were wrong. We got something new and it was different, and for once the rumors were not right. 2 months later, I still look down on my wrist and I'm happy with my purchase. I would compare it to when you get a new car or even a car wash and you park your car, you walk away from it, you look back and you're like, damn, that's nice. That's the feeling I get when I look down at my wrist. This is a dope watch. If you're at this point in the video and you're still debating whether or not you should get the Apple Watch Ultra, just buy it already and check it out for yourself. You should be the judge if this watch is for you or not. But I appreciate you guys making it this far in the video. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is probably gonna be my last Apple Watch Ultra video for a little minute. I feel like I've been banging out Apple Watch Ultra content, from bands to reviews, and this is probably my long-term review. I don't foresee too much changing with the Apple Watch over the next several months, but I could be wrong. Maybe some updates come out and dramatically improve it or make it even worse. Who knows? I'll let you know when that time comes. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for sticking around this long in the video. If you like this content, you want to see much more like it, feel free to subscribe. But yeah, that's about it from you guys. Until next time, stay fresh.